Welcome back to Dark Ones, everybody, and today we're talking about all the games that are leaving on May 16th this year, and we're going to start with the list of the games I've played. Spider-Man, great game, check it out. I'm going to post a link in the details or description so you can see all my reviews of these games from previous videos. Homefront, I did not make a video of. It's kind of like a crappy Far Cry, sorry. How to Survive Storm Warning, I think that's in the cheap games video. That one was okay too. Red Faction Guerrilla was not good, and I did not make a video about it, I'm sorry. Metro, of course, I've made multiple videos about it. That'll all be posted below. Kingdom Come Deliverance, yeah, that's the one. Watch that video of any of them. Right, Shenmue 3, I will not play right now because I am playing Shenmue 1. Left Alive, I heard, was just garbage, and the same for Balan Wonderworld. Yeah, I have no interest in those. I played NBA 2K Playgrounds. It was alright. It was hard, actually. Last Day of June looks depressing, looks sad. I don't want to play it. Now, Windbound, I might come up with a video before the end of the month, as well as Star Ocean. But moving on to the games I actually played, let's start with Virginia. Virginia is a very interesting FBI kind of thriller. I don't know if you call it an FMV. It's you're playing a story, you're playing a movie. It's really cool. There is no other than some sound bites when you turn on a recording device. There is no audio in the game. Nobody's talking to you. There's no subtitles. The characters do not say anything to each other. But you're investigating the disappearance of a young boy in some rural town, and there's lots of little tidbits as you get deeper and deeper into it where you're thinking, okay, is it X-Files? Is it Aliens? I don't know. I don't want to ruin it for you, but yeah, that's what it feels like from what I've played. And I will keep playing this one for sure. Virginia, check it out. Alright, moving on to Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is an RPG. It's a top-down. It's kind of like Divinity Original Sin or Divinity 2 Original Sin, whatever that was called. I do like the fact that you can change between turn-based gameplay and hack-and-slash gameplay, and so it makes this game a lot better. The plot, however, is a lot thinner and lighter than Divinity, but it has that same look, it has that same feel, and I almost appreciate that more because it's easier for me to just jump into it and take a little, have a little taste of it. Alright, here's a fight coming up. Here we go, let's go into the fight. Again, I am still new at this, I'm just taking a taste of the game. And look at that glitchy thing going on there. Yeah. Alright. There you go, that's Pathfinder. I did like it, to be honest. Alright, moving on to Mighty Number 9. So I've talked about games that I liked, games I would play. Let's talk about a game I will not be playing. Just a taste of this was enough. Just the little lick of the frosting was enough to ensure that I was not interested in this game. Unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of stuff behind this. It was a big GoFundMe or crowd-funded video game from one of the designers or something of Mega Man, and it was supposed to be the next better. It was supposed to be the better Mega Man, to be honest. But there was a bunch of, you know, it didn't turn out that way. The game just feels cheap, and then there was a bunch of other things about money being allocated to the wrong places and stuff like that, so it was a big ordeal. If you look it up, you can see it, but yeah, the game's just eh. Alright, moving on to Chocobos Mystery Dungeon Everybody. Why did they add the Everybody? Did Square Enix put this out? Because I do not recall Square Enix on the title of this game, and it feels very cheap and cash grabby, and I do not like it at all. It's just shallow, it's top down, turn based. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking here. I heard a bunch of negative reviews about this. Apparently, some people were psyched for it, but then it didn't turn out that way for them. Yeah, this is a do not play for me. It's just a waste of time. I don't know. I don't like this game at all. Proceed to the next exit. Alright, Tour de France 2021. Yes, I am picking all the best from the list of stuff that I had available. God, I should have just shown you the games I played. But here we go, and it's kind of cool. You start out in this big group of people, and you move yourself ahead, and slowly you kind of start to gain momentum, and you kind of start to break out for the crowd, and that's the most thrilling part of this game. However, there is a meter that clocks your endurance, and if you move too fast, if you push yourself too hard, you will slow down, and then the game becomes like death. So I broke away from the pack. I think I went into first, but then I wasn't paying attention to the meter, and yeah, it's detailed. It's like a RPG. Like, there's deep elements of this game that you have to keep up on. Alright, moving on to This War of Mine. Oh my god. Speaking of detailed games, there's so much going on here. It is a kind of survivalist world builder, and I did not want to play this game because it had a very depressing trailer where you're trying to save kids, and it seems like you clearly can't save them from this war zone or this post-apocalyptic area, whatever it is. It looks very dramatic and very depressing, but what it starts as is 3 men in a building, and you're crafting different elements to upgrade the building. Yeah, and you have to find resources around the building to craft those items. And it looks a lot like Deadlight, which I do love, and I love that game. But then at night, you are sent out to gather more resources, but this game doesn't give you a tutorial, which is totally confusing and totally wrong. This game should run you through the ringer and give you a little bit of tutorial so you know what you're prepared for. As for the kid element, I don't know what happens with that later, but it just all seems downtrodden and depressing. Move on. Alright, MX versus ATV All Out. This is a racing game, and I played the tutorial for a long measure of time, and it was very in-depth, and it was very interesting. And then they fling you into the first race you pick, and it's just some kind of all-out melee kind of event where everybody's just running for the checkpoints. Here we go, game on. It's super crazy. Like, everybody runs into everybody. It's really fun. I have to say, it is really fun. But to do, I would say, an hour? It had to be an hour or 35, 45 minutes of tutorial to prepare yourself for this game. And then this is the first level you face, is this just gnarly, weird, all-out fucking run for the hills, every man for himself kind of weirdness. Well, I have to say, it is enjoyable, but yeah, I don't know. It's better than that Monster Energy drink game, so there you go. Alright, moving on to Dreamfall Chapters. Oh, Dreamfall Chapters. I was hoping you would be good. I was hoping I would be able to play you or understand how to play you, but I didn't, and I don't know. You know, you can see me figuring kind of stuff out here. The goal of this area was to cleanse the closet, and basically all you have to do is just shine your light at the your flashlight at the evil closet, because you're trying to get it's all about dreams and moving through dreams, like Freddy Krueger, and you're trying to save a girl from her bad dreams. Apparently there is a prequel or a first game to this that maybe connects it and makes more sense, but man, I don't know. I don't dig the way this game plays. And again, here's another game where 35 minutes of tutorial would have saved me so much from the beginning of the game just to figure out how to play it. It's like the opposite of max ATV or MX versus ATV. It's just like, give me a tutorial, let me know how to play the game. Ugh. Alright, Kronos Before the Ashes is the next game, leaving on May 16th. And I tell you what, this game looks good, this game plays good, this game feels good. So, there you go. It's, I'm not sure about the plot yet. I'm not sure what's happening with all of that. But just the little bit I played, again, I'm just skimming off the top of the cake here and showing you what I can from the games I haven't played, or the games that I don't want to play, or the games that are just too big to play right now. And I might follow this up with another video, but man, this game was darn good. And I would say it's a like. I'm going to keep playing it all the way until May 16th. Just look at the world. It looks hand-painted. It's very well crafted. And you have a lot of options here with dodge and parry and shield, and you can block. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this game just feels good. It looks good. I like it a lot. We'll see where it leads. Alright, moving on to Graveyard Keeper. Okay, speaking of games that I saw for like 99 cents or $1.99 on sale way back in the day, and I was just like, I don't want to play that. I know what that's like. Yeah, this is one of those. You start as a person in another world. There's a weird supernatural story going on to this game that doesn't need to be there. But then you get sucked into a wormhole, and then you're the Graveyard Keeper, and then you have a talking skull buddy who leads you through the process of being a Graveyard Keeper. So basically, you have to find a body, you have to do the, the stuff where you cut him up, and then apparently you use part of his body for hamburger. It's got a real good sense of humor, and then you bury him, and then you move on. That's all it is. Relicta. What is this game called? Relicta. I thought this one would be the game for me. It looks really good. This game has a wonderful look to it. It is another Deep Silver game. I can't tell you, I would say 50% of the games on this list are Deep Silver games, so that's interesting that they're all leaving. But this is well made. It looks really good. But what it is at its core is a puzzle game. And I have to be honest, I'm so burnt out on puzzle games at this point that I started playing it and I figured out what it was, and it's kind of like one of those things where you gotta grab the cube and put it on another door, but then you have to use different portals and stuff. It's a little like Portal in that way, and you have to transfer cubes from one side to the other. This puzzle that you're looking at looks very simple, but of course they graduate very quickly to the point of almost impossibility. But you're seeing one of the first puzzles in the game where you just grab and drop the cube and go through the door. But yeah, it gets gnarly real quick, like all those puzzle games, unfortunately. Alright, moving on to Kona. Here is another game that I will be playing, and I will keep playing until March 6th, no, sorry, May 16th. Oh my god. It's not an easy game. It's not exactly a fun game. It is intense. It's a puzzle solver. You have to work everything out for yourself. It's a mystery. It all takes place in this blizzard. Well, actually, what's interesting is the game starts out and it's green and then it switches to... So there's something surreal going on here. And then there's a murder mystery to solve. So I think there's aliens involved or some kind of supernatural force, but you are heading for a town in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly it turns to winter, and you're just trying to survive, and there's freezing damage and everything, so you have to stay warm, you have to survive, and it's just, like, as a person who lives in Minnesota, this game is aggravating. Like, driving through the blizzard and thinking about your heat and stuff, it just touches that little soft spot. Alright, moving on to TT Isle of Man. This is another one that will hopefully be down in the details or whatever that is. I played the first one. I made a video about it. I did not like it at all. This one is better. This one, you have the option of shifting, manual, auto, or whatever you call it. It looks better, it plays better, it feels better. Everything about this game is better. But again, this is all the game is. Unlike the first one, though, if you touch a blade of grass, you don't flip over. So thank you, game. Alright, moving on to our last game of the night. It's Piracy. Pixel Piracy. And yes, of course, there is always one in the list, and this game is the one in the list. This game sucks. What is this game about? What is this game doing? There's a tutorial where they literally tell you, like, how to operate your sword and how to store stuff, but they don't tell you how the game plays or what the point of the game even is. Apparently you're a pirate and you're supposed to gather stuff. It's kind of like Terraria, I would say, but as soon as you get to an island, just things are attacking you and you just have to slash them and hope you survive. Like, this thing stinks. It just doesn't make any sense. And then the other option, yeah, look at me blowing up there. Yeah, game over. Because I touched the wrong thing that I didn't know not to touch. But so your options are to go to an island, and that island experience you saw there, that's each island. It's just animals attacking you and you have to hack and slash your way through them. Or you go to a pirate ship, which is also equally frustrating. Here we go, we link our way onto there, and then the 4 guys in there, and then I can't get my dude to come with me. I don't understand what that's about. And then they come up and kill me. Fuck this game sucks, this game is garbage, I hate everything about it. There you go. That was the last game of the night. Dork points fully earned. There we go. Thank you for watching, and good night.